Yes, good morning. I'm Tony O'Grady. I'm the head of finance and administration, and I joined CFBL in 2012, which was 1 year after it opened. It's very strange, very, very strange. The school is virtually empty. Of course, there's a cleaning team doing lots of cleaning. We're still doing maintenance, but it is strange that the place is so empty. It's not at all like you would expect. Yes, I do. Well, subject to the government confirming that the famous R coefficient is at the correct level, we are preparing for welcoming the pupils in the classes that we were told to expect. So we're certainly ready, so we're just waiting for the confirmation from the government or the Department for Education. The lockdown obviously is very hard. It's unexpected. It's something I haven't had to deal with before, like everybody else. There's mostly negative effects. I guess the only positive effects we can see is that we understand it's necessary to save lives. There's also, of course, less pollution because there's less cars, less people about outside, less industry. Families are getting to spend more time together, but it's at the expense of not being able to spend time with their friends and coming to school. I guess the other thing is the remote learning has introduced new ways of learning to the teachers and the pupils and their parents, and it's shown how it's possible to adapt even in the most difficult situation. Well, ultimately it was our head teacher, Denis, and the board who decided which staff would go on furlough, but there are relatively few staff on furlough because the government's initiative only allows to either put somebody on 100% furlough or not on a part-time furlough. And so each person that is on furlough, we lose the possibility of using their skills completely. Therefore, there's a reasonably limited number of admin staff and non-teaching staff that have been able to be put on furlough. I guess what I would say to students and colleagues, if any of them are going to see this interview, would be really just to, we miss you at the school, and we know how hard the lockdown is for you as well as for us, and so really persevere. I hope we'll all get through this in good health. To parents, I guess I have to say, as CFBL's head of finance, I have to mention very briefly the payment of our school fees. It's always a delicate subject. To those parents who've already paid the school fees, who might be having financial difficulties due to the COVID situation, and they've still paid, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. To those parents who've not been able to pay yet, could you please pay as soon as possible? The only income we have at the school is from the fees you pay, and we need to be able to pay our salaries to the teachers and the support staff who are working very hard to give the students a good education, despite all the practical difficulties. So sorry to have to bring this up during this interview, but if you are watching, parents, please pay your fees. For the parents who are having financial difficulties, that there are various organizations that can provide financial support if you apply to them. You should have received an email from the accounting team this week giving the contact details for the AFE and for the FSF, the French Scholarship Foundation, both of whom will be very pleased to try and help, if they can, any parents who are having financial difficulties during this very uncertain time. So I would encourage you to apply for that help. And then I guess the last thing I would say is just bon courage to everybody, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you.